Welcome to a brief presentation on how to extract critical events from the System Audit Journal into a report. From the Halcyon Audit Journal Monitor menu, take option 40 for the reporting options. Option 10 shows us the Print Audit Journal Entries command. Because of the volume of data within the System Audit Journal, it's important to pick out just selected events to appear on your reports. In my example here, I'm going to look at the CP and the SV journal entry types. That's change profiles and system values. I could also be more specific on this screen, specify that I only want to see entries coming from a particular job or a particular user profile, and even a date and time range for the selection. At the moment I'm just going to leave those fields with their defaults, and I can now move on to the second definition screen, which will be screen 2 of 3, by pressing page down. On this screen I can choose the format of the report I'm going to produce. The default is list. I'm going to change mine to detail, but as we can see, summary is also available, where we see a count of all the various types of journal entry, and also an outstream file which takes it to a CSV file. Reports can also be formatted as PDFs. I now press page down again to move to page 3 of 3. We can perform even further filtering within the category of the journal entry types that we've already chosen. We do that by taking F6 on this screen and selecting the journal entry type that we would like to filter. If you're not sure of the journal entry type code at this point, take F4. I'm looking for the change profile, the user profile change, created or restored journal entry type. Just happens to be on the bottom of this screen. Press 1 to select, and it returns it to the selection screen. Press enter again. I'm now prompted with all of the filtering parameters that I can choose to select just the critical CP events that I'm interested in for my report. In my example, I'm only going to be interested in changes to the status of a user profile, so I change these flags so that the other changes are no and the status change is a yes. When I'm happy with that, I press enter and my selection criteria appears on the screen. If I want to do a similar filter for my second category of journal entry types, I press F6 again, choose SV, which is my system value changes I'm also looking at, and on this example I just want to choose one particular system value, which is the system value that gets changed relating to the password minimum length. I press enter to accept. We now have our two selection criteria. So going through the 3 pages, we've chosen the events we want to process, we've chosen the format of the report, and we've defined any filters to select and omit events from that report. Once I'm happy with that, I press enter again, and I'm prompted with a run screen. I can run the report either in batch, interactively, or through a scheduler. For my example here, I'll change the run option to interactive and press enter. The screen shows us that the report is now complete. Returning back to the menu, I can find that report, view it on the screen, and we will see that it has selected the critical events for me. We have a change to a profile to make it disabled. If I page down, we can see another change making that same profile enabled. We can see the password minimum length system value changing from 8 to 7 and 7 to 8. So all of the events I was interested in picking up are printed out on my report. Returning back to the menu. If you are interested in incorporating the Print Audit Journal entries processing into your existing processes, what we can do is incorporate that selection screen through a command. The print audit journal entries command, if we prompt that with an F4, we can see all of the selection criteria that allows us to define which events, so you can incorporate this into your own CL processes, CL programs, so that these reports print out when you need them. If you have any questions about printing audit journal entries or any other part of the Halcyon Audit Journal Monitor, please contact us at the email address on the screen. Thank you.